Today, in this video, we will take up the composition of blood or constituents of blood. The constituent of blood is divided into two types, major two types. One is called the plasma and another is called formed elements. The formed elements consist of red blood corpuscle, white blood corpuscle and blood platelets. First we will see the plasma. Plasma is the major constituent of blood, that is 55%. This the plasma is made up of major constituent of plasma is only water, that is 90 to 92% of water, and the balance is the fibrinogen, globulin, albumin. Apart from that, the elements like calcium, potassium, sodium, magnesium, these things are also available in plasma, and this is produced in reticuloendothelial cells of liver and bone marrow. So the importance of plasma is it produces antibodies also. Now in the COVID-19 it is said that the plasma develops antibodies. Once the virus is affected, COVID-19 virus is affected, the plasma develops antibodies, and then whenever it is given to the plasma of one person given to others, it combats the COVID-19, or once it is affected, the again possibilities of affectation is not that much. And regarding blood platelets, the blood platelets are very important for the formation of clotting of blood, because it consists the blood forming elements like fibrinogen, thrombin, fibrin. So for 1 cubic meter, that is mm cube, 3,50,000 blood platelets are available in 1 mm cube, or in 1 cubic meter, that is 1 cubic meter of blood contains 3,50,000 blood platelets. And then if the clotting of it is mainly for clotting of blood, and if it is falls below 10,000 by for 1 microliter, it should be 10,000. If it is coming down, then the blood will not clot, and in the brain and other thing, hemorrhages will take place. For example, when the dengue fever it affects severely, it affects the blood platelets. The platelets is coming down, the count of blood platelets will be drastically come down, even below 10,000. Then there lacks the danger, there lacks the life threatening. So what generally it produces inactive fibrinogen, and because of the enzyme available thrombin, fibrin is produced. Fibrin is a network mesh like structure, and it prevents the blood oozing out. So this is very important for the blood clotting. If it is drastically reduced, then the hemorrhage in blood vessels, that is the blood vessels in brain, that is micro blood vessels or small blood vessels, the capillaries will be break down, and there will be hemorrhage and death will be imminent. So this is regard to the blood platelets. And regarding erythrocyte, erythro means red, cyte means red blood corpuscles. This is made up of hemoglobin. Hem means iron, globin means protein. So this is made up of hemoglobin, and the only cell in the human body available without nucleus is the red blood corpuscle, RBC. And usually the hemoglobin level in the blood should be 100 ml of blood, 12 to 16 grams of hemoglobin should be there. If it is less than 12, then it is known as anemia. That is, the blood is lacking iron, and the hemoglobin is the oxygen carriers. It only takes the oxygen from the lungs and supplies to all parts of the body, so that energy is produced. If this hemoglobin is very less, then the fatigue like nature will happen, and oxygen supply will not be there, so he will not be very active. That is with regard to the hemoglobin content. So hemoglobin content should be 12 to 16 in 100 ml of blood, and as regards count, 5 to 5.5 millions of RBC should be in 1 cubic liter, 1 cubic meter of blood, that is mm cube. Lifespan, that is the longevity or the life of this RBC is 120 days. After that it will die, again new cells will be produced. So it is destroyed in spleen and produced in bone marrow. This supplies oxygen to all parts of the body. That is very important function. And regarding leukocyte is the immune system in the body. So the WBC is very important for the blood, for the immune system of the body. Whenever any foreign bodies are entering into the body, the WBC is at the level of saving the life by phagocytosis. That is it will absorb it will ingest the foreign germs by the process called phagocytosis, and the availability of WBC is 6,000 to 8,000 in cubic that is meter. If it is more than this, then it is suspected that some infection is there. Even when the cancer patient the blood is viewed, it will be more than that. That means the WB is comparting the cancerous cells, and that's why the level will be more. And whenever any infection will happen, then the WBC count will be more. And the leukocytes are divided into two types. One is called granulocyte and another is called agranulocyte. The granulocyte is again divided into eosinophil, basophil and neutrophil. This can be distinguished by the cytoplasm is less in eosinophil, and the nucleus will be more in eosinophil, and in basophil there will be a ring-like structure, a half ring-like structure will be seen with the end with knot-like structure, that is basophil. And neutrophil, a bead-like structure will be there. Everywhere the beads are connected with the string, that is called neutrophil. So this is very important for the immunosystem. And regarding agranulocyte, there are two types of agranulocytes. One is called lymphocyte, another is called monocyte. The lymphocyte is again divided into beta lymphocyte and T lymphocyte. B lymphocyte, T lymphocyte. This is the T lymphocyte is meant for viral antigens, and this one both bacteria and viral antigens can be produced by beta lymphocytes. So beta lymphocytes can ingest both the bacteria and virus. Here the viral only antigen can be formed in T lymphocytes. And monocyte, regarding monocyte, the kidney shaped nucleus will be there, and the nucleus, the cytoplasm is less, the nucleus is very predominant. And these are all for the immunosystem, eosinophil, basophil and neutrophils. These are all for immunology or immunosystem. And as regards the limb, Apart from this, we can also compare the difference between B lymphocyte and T lymphocytes. B lymphocyte is formed in bone marrow. Here, bone marrow, and it matures in thymus. The T lymphocyte is formed in bone marrow but matures in thymus, which is the lymphoid organ. And then the B lymphocyte stay out the that is lymph node. Here it is inside the lymph node, we can found in the T lymphocytes. And then this antigen, the antigen for bacteria and virus, the T lymphocyte is meant for viral antigens. This is humoral immunity, that is fluid. The fluid is having the immunity, that is beta lymphocyte is formed in fluids, and the T lymphocyte is inside the cell. So it is called cell immunity. So these are all the, and with regard to the limb, this is regarding lymphocytes. Apart from that, the blood also is supported by another system called lymphocytes or limb, a fluid like substance which is coming out from the blood, and that is called the limb. That limb also is having a separate system called a lymphoid system. That is thoracic duct. It will be formed from the stomach. It will be getting up, and it is called thoracic duct. It is next to the from the blood vessels. The limb is oozed out, and it is outside the cell. This limb consists of water soluble particles and larger proteins. So the limb is not only meant for immunity but also for fat absorption by lymphatic systems. So whenever any infection is entered into the body, then the lymph node will be swelling. That is due to the production of the white blood corpuscles or limb. So that is the speciality of the lymphatic system. So with all this, the composition of blood is we are ending with all this composition. That is, again to recapitulate, the blood consists of two major constituents. One is called the plasma. 55% of the blood is plasma, and 45% of the blood consists of formed elements. The formed elements constitutes WBC, white blood corpuscle, red blood corpuscles, blood platelets. These three things are available in the formed elements. RBC, regarding RBC, the red blood corpuscle without nucleus. The only cell in the human body without nucleus is RBC. And WBC is again divided into granulocyte, agranulocyte. Granulocyte consists of eosinophil, basophil, neutrophil, and agranulocyte consists of lymphocyte and monocyte. The lymphocyte is again divided into B lymphocyte and T lymphocytes. With this, we conclude this video.